let's jump right into the Week in Weed, Vince.
Week in Weed, I love it. Where are we starting this week, Ricardo?
We are starting in science this week. As we've talked about a lot recently, the amount of legitimate scientific research on cannabis is lacking. It's a difficult substance to study in the U.S., and many of the studies that have been done haven't met the strict guidelines and requirements demanded by the legit scientific community. But a new study out of Israel suggests that a certain component of marijuana can help heal broken bones.
What? Weed healing broken bones? I think I figured that one out in my early teens when I broke both of these bad boys skateboarding. It's still almost too good to be true to have these guys agreeing.
The study, Vince, was published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research.
Oh, I read it every week,
Of course you do. You read it every week or month. These researchers from Tel Aviv University and Hebrew University found that CBD, or cannabidiol, which is a non-psychoactive component of cannabis, improved the healing process in rats with broken leg bones after 8 weeks. Now, one of the researchers said the CBD, quote, makes bones stronger during healing, which could prevent future fractures.
Yeah, Ricardo, these findings are impressive. And now scientists are wondering if medical marijuana could help treat osteoporosis and other bone-related diseases. But 2 questions. Did they say why the CBD is making the bones stronger? And where are they finding all these rats with pre-broken legs?
The saddest job ever, going around and breaking all these rats' bones. No, Vince, the scientists said that CBD enhances the maturation of collagen, which we've heard that word, but it's the protein in the connective tissue that, quote, holds the body together. So while plenty of CBD-only legislation has passed in various states, including Georgia, other U.S. states have ignored the topic. But one of the researchers said something in this story that stuck with me. He said, quote, the clinical potential of cannabinoid-related compounds is simply undeniable at this point, end quote.
I can see why. Those are big words, both in syllables, and especially given how few studies are being conducted on CBD throughout the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in other pot news events, the Denver television station, the Denver television market almost saw one of its first recreational marijuana advertisements on TV this week. Denver's ABC affiliate, KMGH, has been waffling on its decision to air a couple 15-second ads from marijuana companies. At first, the station's VP told me, quote, the world is changing, evolving, and we need to constantly take a look at things, end quote. But after the station's owner saw our report, they put the situation into the hands of their lawyers, who later put the ads on hold indefinitely and said they had concerns, quote, about the lack of clarity around federal regulations that govern broadcast involving such ads.
Oh, those lacks of clarity. They're my favorite. I mean, I remember when I was in broadcasting school, a little less recently than I want to admit, that we were learning that the FCC had total authority to say what you could and couldn't advertise about. I know they yanked cigarette ads a couple, many years ago from television. They defined when beer ads can and can't be shown, and audiences have to be 21 or over for 21 and over products. You run into that advertising on the Cannabist, right?
We absolutely do. A certain percentage of our readership has to be over the age of 21 to allow us to run pot ads. And it's interesting, with these marijuana ads that Channel 7 in Denver was considering running, you wouldn't see the word marijuana or cannabis, you wouldn't hear it, you wouldn't see the plant matter. And I asked them, because one of them was for a vape pen company called Neos.
Friends of the show?
Yeah, friends of the show. We've had them on the show before. And I asked them, what about the cannabis oil inside those tiny little vape pen cartridges? And they said, no go. No form of marijuana is allowed on our television station.
Well, that's kind of a drag. I wonder if that's the same kind of thing that Smokin' 94.1 or 94.5, the Denver marijuana radio station, ran into when they were trying to do pot shop ads over the air, because those are also governed by the FCC. They're over-the-air broadcast waves.
Exactly. It'll be interesting to see how this shakes down.
Indeed.